Once upon a time, there was a magical land beyond the bushland. It was a land of enchantment and wonder, a land free from the hateful reach of time, a place where all your dreams can come true, and all your nightmares. The highest lords and ladies of that land lead lives of fantasy. They play wicked games, the rules of which are beyond the ken of all those beneath them. Sometimes, however, they look away from their kingdom of wonders and into the realm of mortals, and sometimes something there catches their eye. Or, more often, someone. It's a tale as old as time, isn't it? Fae meets mortal, then plucks them from the soil of the mortal world like a beautiful flower, whisking them away into a realm of fantasy. It never ends well. So, I have some questions about your lives before the whole durance.
I vote Aiden.
Just back the bus up over me. Okay, let's get this started.
Yeah, alphabetical.
Very funny, Duncan.
Right. So, tell me about what you remember about your life before Arcadia. When and when you were taken.
Well, I remember the early 2000s, the internet. Downtown Sydney, where my family had a
downtown.
flat. Yes. I had just gotten accepted to law school.
Who were the most important people in your life?
My dad. That's about it. He's the only one that really believed in me.
And when did he appear to you?
He?
Your keeper.
It was during the freshman social. I don't know.
Not terminology that's really used in Australian universities, but still.
Thank you. It was during a social event. For those of us who were new. I don't know what caught his eye. Maybe it was the fire in mine. Maybe it was how I spoke. Maybe it was my refusal to admit defeat. But one minute I was talking to him, and then the next, I don't know. Suddenly found myself here.
For reasons, it was probably somewhere away from Sydney itself.
Okay.
But maybe like a some sort of social event in the maybe break. Maybe it wasn't after acceptance.
Fair. I like that. All right.
Oh wait, it could be like what is it? Yeah, between like high school graduation and acceptance, something like.
Yeah.
Up the coast a bit. He's at this event. Probably some kind of, if it's some sort of graduation-esque party, some or that kind of midpoint, likely at some kind of like hotel or resort or something. And he's golden hair, short beard, eyes that are a gold you've never seen before, or rather you have seen them before in your dream. Does he approach you, or do you approach him?
He approached me.
Why, hello there. And he smiles, such a charming smile.
You look familiar. Have we met before?
I get that a lot. But I'm not sure if we have. He sort of sits next to you and says, "Can I buy you a drink?"
I don't know. What does that entail?
Not necessarily anything. However, I think I'd like to get to know you.
Aedan squints at this man. Fine. Fine.
So yes, he goes, gets you a drink from the bar, comes back with it, as well as one of his own. He doesn't actually like pay for it or anything. He just kind of like winks at the barman, and the barman just gives it over.
Neat trick.
Well, you're a charming guy. I'm sure that many people have done similar favors for you over the course of your life.
I could only imagine how that would be useful in my future. But how'd you pull it off?
He just sort of the smile just sort of twitches a moment, like almost a. And you think it might be anything other than pure charm? Call it a touch of glamour.
Interesting. I think you have a thing or two you might be able to teach me.
I could show you the most wondrous things. And he's just kind of lifting keys out of his pocket and says, "We could talk more in my room. Or here, whichever you prefer. But there's so many people looking here, and you know how these kind of things are. I sense you're mulling it over.
I know the saying goes to never look a gift horse in the mouth, but something doesn't feel right about this. But
I'm not going to hurt you. I can promise you that."
all right. I'll take you up on your offer.
Have you partaken of the drink?
Yes.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. I mean, there was the whole, like, trope of, slip something magical in there, that there's nothing wrong. It's just a regular beer. Or whatever.
Cheers.
Cheers. He downs the entire thing in one go.
Aedan quickly follows suit.
Oh, what were you going to say there?
Aedan quickly follows suit, doing the same.
Yeah. Okay. So, when you end up in his room, or passing through the door to his room, it doesn't actually go into his room. The door just opens into this beautiful fairy tale forest. The spring sun is just filtering through the trees.
Aiden's gonna look at his empty glass for a second, then glance back over.
I imagine you
What
probably
did you put
left
in
the
my
glass in
drink?
like the bar.
That's not normal.
I told you I'd show you wonders. Now, I put nothing in your drink. Oh, I would never be so base and vulgar as that. On the other hand, isn't it beautiful? He just sort of gestures at it. Like nothing you've ever seen outside of your dreams.
You know, there is a fine line between dreams and nightmares, but you're not wrong. All right. I'll give you a shot.
He kind of does the whole ushering, welcoming you into the frame thing.
And I'm going to step on through.
He follows suit. He picks a flower from a nearby bush and gives it to you. It's incredibly vivid, bright blue.
I'm going to inspect it. I'm not going to smell it.
It has incredibly sharp thorns.
Beautiful yet dangerous. Same could be said about most things in life.
All beautiful things are, and yet, isn't it worth it in the end?
I'd like to think so. Nothing worthwhile is easy to gain.
Too true. He's just kind of wandering through with you. At some point, you see strange creatures in the bushes, like, watching you. Yellow eyes.
What are those?
He just glances at them, they retreat. Hobgoblins, the natives of this place. Don't worry, I'll protect you from them. Tell me, Aedan, was it?
Aedan.
What do you want out of life?
Honestly, I want to win. At life, at my career, at everything. I just want to win.
Well, a beautiful, charming boy such as you is definitely set up for a good chance at things. Of course, what actual value is there in winning in that world?
Well, considering that I'd be arguing the law, there'd be quite a bit worth winning. Money, potentially people, and helping them, those that can't help themselves.
He tilts his head a little bit at that. You're an interesting guy.
Oh, how so?
You're a lot more than you seem to be. A lot more than just a pretty face. I know that beyond just victory, you have dreams.
I mean, everybody has dreams.
Yes, but not everybody has your spirit. Come with me to my island. I could do with more of that spirit in my life.
I see that that's something you want, but what would I get in return? I have an acceptance. I have a career ahead of me. I can't just drop everything and go willy-nilly to an island.
You don't have to make this decision right here and now, but and it's a standing option. If you want, we can see each other again. I can show you more of these wonders, teach you about them. And if you decide you want to have more than a taste,
How about a compromise? At the very least, let me go through my program and do what I wish to do first. Since you said it's a
Go.
standing offer.
Go ahead. And in the meantime, I'll be glad to visit you again.
I look forward to meeting you again.
He flashes a smile, and you realize he looks different here. The teeth of that smile are razor sharp. And yet somehow it doesn't seem like a dangerous thing. The way that he's looking at you is something to protect. So,
1 second, please. I'm so sorry.
moving to the next. What was that?
Yeah, he's taking a call right now.
Radio. Shall we move to you then, Kaito?
Sure.
Okay, so tell me about your life before you were taken.
Oh, dude, I was going all across Australia, like smuggling cocaine. I'm talking fucking bricks of it. I was part of a motorcycle gang, and we basically had like a pretty good hold on at least our territory. And we've been trying to expand outwards, but you know how the cops are.
Naturally.
Yeah, this was the 80s, so this was like the rise of the crack and cocaine epidemic too. I don't know how it was in Australia, but um it
Well, the
like
CIA wasn't giving everybody crack.
yeah, but I'm not the CIA.
No, he was giving people crap.
Yeah. Yeah, so, you know, I was doing my thing. Um but there's always a snag. I had a reputation with the police for being like basically like uncatchable for years. Um, but we couldn't make it to the 90s, let's just say that.
So, was it you who was caught?
Oh, they ended up putting me in custody, but I had to take a like a deal. I ended up having to take a fall for a friend. He had a huge case against him. And well, they already connected the dots somewhat to me, so I was like, you know what, I might as well just take the entire thing.
Radio. So yes,
So he could have a
who were
chance.
who were the most important people in your life?
Well, the person that I took the fall for was pretty important. He was basically been my ride or die since like since I was like a child, essentially. Um, not just that, but also just like the the like gang that I was with. They were very special and important to me too, or at least I felt that they were. I don't know if it was mutual, probably not.
What about your family?
Oh,
Not a good relationship with them?
not a good relationship. Dad was a fucking asshole. And mom was also absent too.
Radio. So, what was the most important promise you made in your previous life?
What was the most important promise that I made? Hmm, that's a good question. I mean, I guess the promise that I had made to my friend that I wouldn't snitch on him or rat him out. But I mean, I feel like I made good on that promise at least.
And what was the most important promise made to you? The same.
That I would have freedom if I took up this life.
So, the trial passes by quickly. It's an open and shut case, with you taking, the fall for all of this. You're for this whole bigger situation with your friend. I imagine you ended up pleading guilty.
Yeah.
In which case, I mean, you probably still got several years behind bars.
Yeah, this sentence is not looking light. Um, I would be surprised if anyone would do the whole thing. We're talking loads of cocaine upon other possible charges.
Yeah. And so you were escorted to a jail cell somewhere in Victoria, probably around Melbourne Way. It's. I mean, it's not a death march. You didn't get the death penalty. I don't think the death penalty even existed at that point in Australia for that type of crime. But either way, it still feels like a death march marching into your cell. It's somber.
Yeah, I have to do my perp walk essentially.
Yeah, the perp war. And so it's only a little bit after you're in there. You barely had time to settle down. Probably the night after you were in there, actually. Your cellmate is asleep. You have a visitor standing outside the bars of your cell.
Really? Already? And
You don't
kind of
recognize. You don't recognize him. He's blonde, long hair, short beard, and golden eyes, smiling.
what, do you want a favor?
Potentially. I came in
Well, I'm
here
not
just
giving
to
up my
see
ass, so.
nothing so crass.
So what do you want?
I've heard that you travel far and you travel fast.
Oh no. Maybe someone said something like that, but not anymore.
Looking at the bars. Yes. What would you say to getting out of this place?
I'd say that you're full of shit. What, do you have some pipe dream or some like thing of you wanting to stage a breakout or something?
A lot simpler than that.
Oh, really? Well, don't keep me in suspense.
He kind of taps the bars of the cage and it just falls open.
You're taking the piss, right?
No. This is a
You-
very genuine offer.
Nah, you must be having a laugh. I must be asleep or something.
Walk with me.
It almost like out of instinct he does, but he still like looks behind him every so often.
Most of the prisoners are asleep. Those who aren't don't seem to be acting like anything's wrong. Like they're looking at him, but they don't really seem to like see anything odd about the fact that this guy is walking through here or that you're walking with.
Who are you?
The Golden Lion Prince at your service.
Was it some type of street name or something? The fucking
Something
names
like
that they're
that.
coming up with nowadays. Good lord.
But if you want your way out of here, I could give it to you. And that's the most important thing.
What do you want from me exactly? Out of all the other prisoners in here, what exactly makes me so special? I'm sure there are plenty of other people that are here for a drug trafficking charge.
Oh, many. None of them are quite as fast as you, though. I need you to carry something for me.
What do you want me to do? Swallow it?
I need you to work for me in transporting, carrying goods.
Yep, I figured that's what you'd want me for. Fine, but there's something shifty about you. Can't quite put my finger on it. But you're not,
When you walk through this uh the door at the end of the hallway, the prison is just gone and you're in this overgrown environment of stone and thorn.
What the fuck? What did, what did my bunkmate give me?
I told you I could get you out. So,
No. Who are you really?
I've told you very plainly who I was, and I did not lie.
No. What are you?
A lord of a distant and wondrous land.
Oh, so you are just taking the piss, aren't you? Although that would explain a lot. But you expect me to just believe this face value?
No. I expect you to recognize that this is your only way out.
Well, you're not wrong
Either,
there.
either that, or you do your time and rot in that prison cell, and presumably have no opportunities once you leave.
All right, fine, pretty boy, you got a deal.
He extends his hand.
He looks at the Lion Prince's hand for a moment, and then
It has claws.
yeah, what the fuck? um, it, it, he doesn't. What? Yeah,
If it helps to think of this as a dream, go ahead.
too real, but fine, whatever. And then he shakes his hand.
He smiles, and you see the sharp, twisted teeth. And you feel your flesh warping, your body beginning to crack and shake. It's painful.
What the hell are you doing to me?
Oh, just giving you a far easier shape to travel around in. Your back just bends over, hunches over, your limbs fall on the ground, and your hands morph into hooves. You can feel a horn just pushing its way out of your forehead. Your vocal cords shifting to the point where you can't figure out how to talk anymore. At the end of the process, there's no anthropomorphic aspect or human aspect left in you, just pure unicorn. At which point he sets you up in reins and hops on your back.
I am back. What I missed?
The transformation sequence.
Damn. Is it okay if I go last?
It probably makes sense. And he rides you all the way through this forest on a great journey that leads to, inevitably, to a wondrous tropical island fairy paradise. Oh god. Only the purist may mount me. Richard, are you back yet?
Oh. Give him a second.
Pardon?
Are you back yet?
Yes.
Radio. So, what was the circumstance which made you accept that offer, if there was any, and if it didn't end up coming to the point of him dragging you there unwillingly? This, I mean, because of the fact that this is Changeling the Lost, you inevitably ended up going.
Shortly after finishing up schooling and finally getting through the bar and what have you, he took on quite a few cases and was disillusioned as he lost case after case after case.
He said the word.
Hmm?
He said the word.
What word? Oh no.
The name of the campaign, Disillusion.
God damn it.
What's the name? Wait, what's the name of the campaign?
Disillusion.
Oh, that's why we're called that.
Oh no. I've hit
By
the
the way-
hammer on the I've hit the nail on the head.
Either way, continue.
But he finally did reach out or try to find the patron. Rather, they found him. Took him up on the offer for a drink once again, and, well, said, I've had enough of this. Fine. I'll go to your island.
He visited you several times between then.
Yes.
Notably, and this is something you know because of your higher cult, he never seemed to come to you in the city of Sydney. Sometimes he opened doorways that you could go through. Sometimes
Why
he came to
never
you in dreams.
Sydney? Interesting.
But he never came to you in the city of Sydney itself. He could open doors that you went through to get to that strange environment, but yeah. And every time you met him, he was always charming but evasive. But yes, when you accept, he just takes you by the hand.
By the ass?
By the
Oh.
hand.
That's
Okay.
not what I heard.
That's what I said.
I don't know, Chief. I heard an A. I heard an A come out.
By the hand.
Uh-huh.
He takes
By
you
the
by the hand.
That is not what I heard.
Leads you through the forest to where there is a overgrown sort of standing mirror. And he just walks through it with you. And once you emerge on the other side, you emerge out of a mirror on a balcony in this beautiful villa overlooking a tropical island with these very colorful plants. It does not
Whoa.
look like this wild and thorny forest. It looks well tended. The sky is an ever shifting aurora. It's incredibly pleasantly warm.
Wow.
My sanctuary, away from it all.
It's beautiful.
He smiles. That same sharp-toothed smile and says, "You'll be treated as my honored guest." But yes, I will move on to Arin.
Okay.
So, tell me about your life before you were taken.
Well, it was mid 2000s when I was around that time frame. I was a combat medic in Iraq. Just recently received a Dear John letter and feeling a bit broken.
What is that?
A Dear John letter.
Basically, somebody breaking up with you while you're deployed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So are you a guy or a girl, Arin?
Yes.
Okay. Worked for me.
At this point, a guy, I believe.
Correct.
But yes, so was that when did you get the letter when you came home or when you were still deployed?
When I was still deployed. I was about to, my tour was about over.
So, it's probably while you were still deployed that you encountered her.
More than likely, yes.
She was out in the you might have actually been in like do soldiers ever patrol solo?
No,
Okay.
never.
So it might have been like near the borders of the military base that you're on.
Probably on Gatewatch.
Yes, yeah, that makes perfect sense. You saw something strange glowing in a nearby, like a little ways away from the base. And you went to investigate, and
Yeah, I know I shouldn't, at least not alone. I should call it in, but I don't.
you didn't called in.
Well, my partner that's on gate duty with me would have, but I'm not waiting for backup. I go investigate.
Right. There's this girl, kind of maybe 12, maybe 13. She's dressed in this antiquated, almost sort of this antiquated white gown dress and a silver mask on her face, and she's just playing hopscotch amidst ruined buildings.
Little girl, it's not safe for you to do that out here.
Huh? Oh, why not?
IUDs can be found anywhere.
She does not look like any kind of girl that you would encounter here. Her clothing style is different, and there's nothing war-torn about her. But she just looks up, she smiles at you and says, "You seem like a nice person." What's in
It's an
IUD?
IUD. It's a bomb.
Oh no. Oh no. And she kind of goes to your side.
I'll get you out of here.
You can keep me safe from them?
Well, it was safe on the way I came in, so I'm assuming it'll be safe on that same way out.
Well, I'm glad that you didn't just let me get blown up.
I couldn't do that.
Are there a lot of bombs around here?
Quite a bit.
Oh, I chose a dangerous place to play.
Oh, this
Let's
is
get you
already
someplace
creepy.
safe.
Where are you taking her?
Back to base.
I imagine she is kind of registered in. Nobody knows who she is. Nobody knows what she is. That people just assume that she's, an ordinary girl. And she's playing amongst the base, playing with the various, just playing on the base with various people. Until she at one point just sort of comes to you and says, "It's boring here."
I can see why you think that. It's rather scary sometimes, but routine at the same time.
I don't know why you're hanging out here. It's such a dreary place.
That's what I'm required to do.
Why?
It's what I signed up for.
Well, wouldn't you rather be anywhere else?
Right now? Yeah. I'll take just about anywhere.
You could come with me. You could be my friend and escort me back home, and it would be you can keep me safe, and it's a lot safer there. You don't need to worry about too many bombs, and it's a lot less boring there.
I'll get you home at the very least.
And it occurs to you, you don't know where home is.
Where do you live?
Oh, I'll show you. Just, I might need. Just protect me on the way. And she reaches into her dress and pulls out this bit of colorful chalk, kind of this almost shimmering chalk, goes to a nearby wall, and draws an archway on it. And then pushes it open.
How did you? What's going on? And then I just look around.
It's okay, just come on through. She grabs your hand and kind of pulls you in. You need to kind of duck.
Yeah, I'll let her pull me in.
She takes you to this twisting in Iraq or Afghanistan or wherever you were deployed. It probably was very much a desert, but a bit more lush of a desert. There was a lot of broken glass scattered around, but it's a somewhat beautiful place. There's a kind of stark beauty to it, the way things shimmer, like a ruin that is more beautiful for being in ruin. That's what the hedge looks like there.
Interesting.
There's this long journey where you're escorting her. There are monsters that you fight on the way, but we won't go too into detail about that. Things that are like humans, but not entirely, and some things which have no trace of humanity. How do you react to all of that?
I'm fairly broken before I go in, so I'm taking it more like a fever dream. That I don't really believe what I'm seeing.
Ultimately, you pass out of this desert and into a fairy tale forest. And eventually into a part of this forest where there's no sun, just these glowing plants and darkness. It's a lot safer there. There's fewer monsters that you fight against. The girl says, "It's not far now. I always loved it out here. It's something about the dark."
It's beautiful.
And you realize that she is actually glowing amidst this darkness. Ultimately, she takes you to this. There's a silver city glowing with the same light as her. The gates open, and there are many people coming out to greet her. They all have pointed ears. She had pointed ears. Very pointed ears. How didn't you notice that before? Somehow you didn't. But pointed ears, glowing eyes. Some of them look stranger, but they all look beautiful, elegant. And the city is constructed like something out of a fantasy story. It's not modern, but it's not accurately like medieval or anything. It's architecturally, you don't know how anybody would build something like that. It looks like it was just grown, but out of silver and gold. And she introduces you to her court as her new friend.
Hello, everyone.
There's whispering. None of them really introduce themselves to you, but some bow their heads, some welcome you. And they escort you and her to the palace at the heart of this place. There's no family there. It just seems to have been empty, save for servants who greet her upon her return. And she says, "This is my home."
Where are your parents?
What's a parent?
That you don't know what a parent is.
What was
So you don't know what a parent is. That's a parent.
Oh, right. By the way, sorry.
Well, you got me laughing at least. That was fun. Anyway, a parent is a mother, a father, people who take care of you. How do you not know what a parent is?
Well, you could be my parent. And my friend.
Adopt you.
But we'll need to get your mask. And you don't really fit in here very much. I can make you look pretty, like this place.
Okay.
She's just kind of approaches you and kind of clicks her fingers, and suddenly, and it's not painful for you. It just feels cold as your skin turns to porcelain. And your muscular form alters. There, that's much better.
Out of character. Can I talk in this form?
Yes.
What did you do to me?
I imagine you're probably more of a light animate porcelain doll more than a as well as life size. If only because it fits better with the guardian, protector, parent role than the literally a toy.
Yeah.
Or rather, that you are all the And she shows you a mirror to show you what you look like. Would you like to describe that?
Let's see. Lithe, thin in places, different joints, sliding porcelain, um, minimal, well, still full range of motion. It's got good joint markings. Otherwise, still full-sized. A blank face. Any other embellishments you are interested in yourself?
She does give you a mask. That's not part of the form, but something that she's offering you to wear.
I'll wear it.
I'll leave it up for you to describe in character, but she is not letting you have any input in this whatsoever. If you
Okay.
actually say that you don't like this transformation, she's just going to say, I like it.
I'm stunned by all of this. I'm very much thinking it's a fever dream at this time. And something happened to me whenever I went out alone to check on that glowing light, and it turned out that I probably hit an IUD. And
You're thinking you're dead.
IED.
excuse me, IUD.
IED. Not an
Not a
intrauterine device.
Yes, excuse me.
Okay.
Yes,
IED.
IED. My apologies.
It's okay. That's funny.
I'm thinking I'm probably in hospital.
Ah, yeah. So, before we get to Connie, Aedan,
Me.
what was your durance like?
I'm
Your
sorry.
time on the your time on the island, your time with him.
Surreal, almost like a dream. As if all of the previous failures, everything that had held me down, just melted away. It was almost as if I had begun to forget myself.
How did he treat you?
He treated me like a prized trophy. An example of, I believe he said cunning in both
Spirit, I think he said.
in spirit. Something he treasured.
Was he your lover?
No.
I imagine there's an undertext of it, but it was not overt, vaguely it's not something he treasures, some kind of somebody he keeps around and treats in that kind of weird way, but it's never overt. There's never anything sexual. There's never anything overtly romantic.
Yes.
But yeah, it's it's sort of difficult to phrase relationship where at the heart of it, it feels almost like he's the more you're there, it's no, he's keeping you there to keep almost to just exemplify that he can keep you, a person of such spirit, there.
This sounds very much. I'm attracted to the idea of you, but not you yourself.
Yeah.
That's
Who was
messy.
your closest companion there? Because there were other people, others like you, and some servants that he had taken. Some of them were human, some of them were something other.
Well, there was, of course, the cook down in the kitchen. They were human. Claims that that my patron had taken him due to his refined palate. Only the best for him, as my wonderful friend would say.
At one point, he was human.
Yes.
When you knew him, he had eyes of fire and his hands were kitchen knives and utensils.
He scared the bejesus out of me the first time we met.
There was this something that you learn from him is that it's ironic that he even has a cook in this case. The cook is primarily for his guests and for his trophies and for his concubines. He sometimes partakes of the most delicious food, but most deliciously prepared food, but most of the time, the Golden Line Prince prefers his food raw.
Raw onions all the time.
No. Raw meat. Fucking. Oh god.
What?
Raw onion thing?
What is he, Shrek?
No. He eats raw. There are screams of that you can hear beyond the walls of the villa. From animals that you think used to be people. The villa is safe. The villa is not nice. You can't leave, but you know, it's peaceful mostly. The area beyond the villa, and you can hear it, you can even see it if you look over the walls, is a hunting ground for animals that might once have been people.
I can only envision morning coffee, step out onto the villa, step out onto the veranda. Oh my god!
Yeah,
The fucking birds are literally singing to you, and then you see an arrow get shot through one of them.
but yes, the every time the cook prepares meat, there's always that question, you know?
Every once in a while, I would ask him, "What? Did this used to be a person?"
Don't
And
ask.
he would quickly shake his head and tell me, "You don't want to know. Don't ask anymore."
Don't worry about it.
Altogether, what was the least unpleasant part?
The least unpleasant part was that I really wanted for nothing beyond, of course, leaving.
Yeah. Every now and again, the prince would talk to you, who would like give you tasks, or not even tasks, but just like give you things to do, almost hobbies, or like. But every time you ask to leave, he just says no.
But why not?
It's safer here. It's better here, and you don't want to return to the mortal soil.
You know, I do have a father. You know, I do have someone that I care about.
I'm not no hoe, and you ain't my daddy.
Forget about him. It's better here.
And
Just
there it was. There was the break. The one little bit where it's the one little thing where, yes, this is a little bit too nice. What's the catch? And there it is.
the catch, apart from the terrifying humans outside the human monsters outside the.
Have you lost your mind? You're asking me to forget about my father. Would you do the same with yours?
I never had a father.
That's not the point.
Besides, I'm not asking you to forget about him. I'm telling you. I'm telling you here and now. The mortal world holds nothing for you. It's
And
better
I'm
here.
tell
You're safer here. And in time, maybe you'll go to truly appreciate this place.
and I'm telling you right now that if you think you're going to keep me here with that tone of voice, you've you're going to learn otherwise.
So, what was the worst part of it all?
Unfortunately, when two strong personalities tend to reside in the same space, there are quite a few impassioned arguments.
So the worst part was him.
Yes, there may have been a time or two that a couple of vases got thrown in his direction.
Oh,
To which Aedan would tell him, "What, is this the spirit that you wanted so badly? Here."
and you could tell from the way he smiled at those scenes that he was enjoying that struggle. And that just made it worse. What was it that gave you the will to leave? Not just that made you want to, but finally gave you the determination or strength to do so.
It was when he told me, "I'm telling you to forget your father."
Right, so that scene.
Yep. It set the fire in his eyes.
So, Duncan,
Yes.
how much of your humanity, like psychologically, did you attain?
Um, some of it, but it like at a certain point, the the fucking unicorn mindset took over. Um, I remember trying to like hold on to it for like the first bit. Um, but it just there were also moments where he like would mistreat me, and it just made me kind of remember, oh, I used to be a person once. I was treated with dignity once.
So, how did he treat you on the whole when you were his mount?
Oh, um, how would he? Okay, there was one incident where I guess I just wasn't fast enough for him, so he punished me by breaking off the horn that I had
Oh,
and basically filling the spots in with gold and having it basically be like gilded. He basically broke the horn and then redid it
he
again.
kintsugi'd it.
Yeah.
It just made it
There were
prettier.
other
more painful.
moments where like my leg would break. And he would basically like heal it extremely quickly and just do the same thing that broke my leg again.
Oh, oh, that's horrifying. So
Yeah.
not like
Oh,
a
and the
respectful.
death rate, the races, bro. Don't even get me started on the races. He
Yeah, so
essentially treated me like a racehorse. Like a poorly treated racehorse.
not even like a good, like a good rider.
No, like he would blame a lot of his losses on me. Um it got to a point where he would basically he would basically just start each race off with like a threat. At certain
Oh
points I
God.
did good, but you're I'm trying to basically win out of fear here.
Sometimes he praised you, but that praise was just like, here, have a fucking apple.
Yeah. Here's a carrot.
But yes.
Here's a carrot if you win. I'm going to break your horn again if you fail.
Oof. Okay, so moving away from that.
Yeah.
What was the worst? I guess that was the worst part.
Yeah.
But what wondrous places did you see and journey to with him? Tell me about some of the sights you've seen, and it can be incredibly over the top.
You know, there was always a stereotypical like I remember there being this one town that was basically just made of candy. Like an entire realm that was made of like confectionery treats. Like the sand was like cocoa powder and the sea was soda. um and we rode through there.
You actually got a drink. You got to taste soda.
Yeah. It didn't taste quite right though. There was something off about it.
Yeah.
There was this one time where we went through like I guess what you could say it was like a hanging Babylon Garden sort of deal. Um and we rode through there. We never stopped in one place long though. Uh there were moments where he would let me take on a more like human-ish form, but that was only if it was practical for him or convenient for him. Like if we got to a place and he didn't want to pay the prices for like stable fees or anything like that, especially for a unicorn.
There's one place that he visited quite regularly, which is the Silver City,
Okay.
which is the realm of the Silver Mask Queen.
Right.
I should also point out, his kingdom is an island. So the question, of course, rises: how did you exactly ride out of an island? You would
Oh,
know.
I ran on top of the water naturally.
You did that a few times. You don't have a contract that lets you do that, but like, it's Arcadia. If the True Fae want you to be able to do it, you can do it. But like, you know that's
Yeah, it
his
tired
magic.
me out like hell after though. I will
Well,
say that.
there was another trick he could employ though,
Oh?
and which you've learned to employ. The island has mirrors on it,
Oh, yes, the
which
mirror.
means that you can on regular times he ran you into the mirror and you ran through mirrors, rode through mirrors with him on your back
Yes.
to get to various locations. And lastly, and this is probably the most important question, what gave you the will and the strength to decide to escape?
He didn't have just one steed. He had several mounts. One of the mounts was a bird. Um and the bird itself basically I didn't think that like the phase magic could like be or act that way. But what he did to that bird was what it made what I went through look like a walk in the park. Um any modification that you could think of that you could like put on someone was on that bird. I'm
It started
talking
off as a bird, it became a griffin, then it got more chimera parts, and
let,
it just got ridiculous.
let me put it to perspective for you. Are you familiar with the you've done Bozja, right? You know
Yes.
Red Comet. Basically, think of it as like a hella modified Red Comet. And it looks terrifying. But it got to a point where he just wasn't treating it right, and it died in its stable. He wasn't even there to like see it off or bury it. We don't even know what gender it was.
Do you want to know the worst part?
Yes.
It came back.
Yup.
There is no death on the island.
Yup. And that moment alone, it's like, oh, this is going to be my life forever. This is worse than being in a jail cell. At least in a jail cell, like, you can decide to game end it.
At least in a jail cell, you can die.
Yeah, at least in a jail cell, you can die.
But yes. So, that's horrifying.
Yes.
Arin,
Yes.
the Silver City is this alien, gorgeous fairy tale place. What was that?
Have I been forgotten about?
No, I want
Okay.
to finish Arin's thing before I get to you.
Okay.
But yes, it's a place of art. It's a place of music. Everybody there has this mask upon their face. Sometimes it's silver, sometimes it's gold, sometimes it's ceramic. Or, various other things. There's this... Amidst it all, of course, you're acting in the role of, caregiver, toy, friend, altogether. As it goes on, it's probably becoming more, toy more than anything. How does she treat you on the whole?
Well, at first it was rather caring. I was a cherished toy. And then as time went on, I became played with much more vigorously, harder, and I started to develop cracks and damage to my frame. Other toys were damaged in the process as well. I would be left alone. I would be left aside whenever she was done playing with me. And it just got worse and worse as the time goes on. I became less and less interesting.
How did you feel about her before she abandoned you?
Almost like a child. She was practically my adopted child in that case, where she didn't know what a parent was, and I tried to take on that role, which is why she started to ignore me more and more, because she was the lord of this land and would not accept anyone to scold her or tell her she shouldn't do things. And as time went on, I realized that I was not a caregiver for this strange creature, but just a toy to abuse.
What was the least unpleasant part of it all?
The neglect of the other toys. I would help put them together. I would reattach limbs. I would add tape or glue to some of their pieces to try and repair the damage, so that way they are at least something to play with again instead of pieces of each other. And overall, the worst part was the neglect.
At one point, one of them just shattered to the point that you just couldn't actually do anything to repair.
And that is my fate.
What was the worst part? I think that was the worst part, wasn't it?
The shattering, yes, of the other toy, realizing that that's what will happen to me in time.
Eventually, of course, it did. I mean, you didn't die shatter, but you shattered to the point that she was actually trying to fix you briefly, and then she ignored you. She put you away in her chest, and she forgot about you. By that point in time, she was almost grown up. You don't think time worked the same way there. I mean, it was night, you wouldn't be able to tell. It was always night there. But she looked more like a teenager, late teenager at that point. And she put you in the chest and forgot about you and left you there for a long, long time. What was it that gave you the will to escape?
Remembering my old life. Sitting there, I had nothing but time, so I would think about everything I had lost, and eventually a face came to mind. Someone that I knew, but I don't remember exactly who it was, or why I knew them. All I knew is that they were important to me.
Right. And now, finally, we come to you, Connie.
Yes.
Sorry to leave you last, but it was partly because you requested it and partly because I wanted to finish
Everybody
that.
else.
No, not everybody else specifically, but specifically Arin,
Gotcha.
because you have the same keeper at very different points in time.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me about your life before you were taken.
I had a good life. I was top of my game in the newly formed MMA. My boyfriend at the time owned a gym, and I participated in MMA and did a whole bunch of stuff. I worked at Radio Shack,
I have no idea what that is.
electronics store.
A deep
Basically,
bundle.
they sell electronic parts.
They did. I haven't seen a Radio Shack in years.
Yeah, this is before they switched over to cell phones mainly. Yeah, Radio Shack is gone by now. I just got promoted to assistant manager. My boyfriend proposed to me, and I won the local championship in Brooklyn.
Nice.
Top of my game. That's where I met her.
I suppose the most important promise you made was, I do, or I will marry.
Yes.
And I suppose he was the most important person in your life.
Yes.
So, how did you meet her?
I'm going to say through Spynet.
Your espionage fan base for
Yeah. I was in a cafe, writing my article. Pen and paper, or 90s laptop. Yeah, 90s laptop. So one of the big ones. And she came up to me.
just in the middle of the thing, looking all
Yeah.
splendorous gown and silver mask, turning every
Yeah.
head in the air.
In the coffee shop, yeah. And I'm gonna say she had a one of my flyers for my MMA that she wanted me to sign it.
This is you, yes?
Yes. Hi. Are
Suddenly,
you a fan?
on a side note, it's suddenly occurring to me that the Silver Mask Queen is probably weirdly a fan of like fighting in general. Between having these toys when she was quote younger, having these knights and having a that is not something I expected of her, but it makes a lot of sense. But back to the thing. I watched you fight. You are very strong.
Thank you.
She hands over the fly.
I sign it.
Although I was wondering if you wanted to put your strength to work for a good cause.
Oh, what kind of cause?
I suppose you could call it a security detail?
Oh, I don't know anything about security. I'm more of a tech girl.
Well, you are certainly very strong. Did you end up putting that that computers thing back?
No, you're right. I don't have computers, so I can just basically use my laptop, I guess.
No, I meant because of how much of the technical stuff you're focusing on. I didn't think that was like a big thing.
No, it's not. But I still have a laptop.
Yeah.
I'm writing for my fanzine, not on the internet.
I meant because of the Radio Shack
Well, yeah, sorry.
and the fact that you said that you're technical.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I did forget about that. I am so sorry. Been a while since I looked at my character sheet. No, I'm going to work at the mall as a clothing store.
Makes sense. But yeah, so I mean, I mostly need someone strong to
You know what? Fuck it.
get
I'm a
my people.
security guard on my off time. So yeah, I'm interested in a better in security work. I didn't get it promoted. I got a pay raise.
Then I ask that you come to this address. I can show you
World.
the way before there. Before I can show you the way to the venue while you're there.
All right.
And she just departs, everybody's head following her as she leaves.
Huh. Weird. I wonder some sort of like fantasy thing. LARPing.
When you come to that destination, you open the door on it's this old warehouse,
Mm-hmm.
but when you open the door, there's just this great forest that lies beyond. And something about it, oh how strange it is, It's drawing you in. What is it about it that draws you?
The silvery trees. The fact that the trees have silvery blue needles, metallic looking. I'm sorry for this, but I'll be right back. I have to use the restroom. My apologies.
So, Aedan, when you had the will to leave, how were you going to go about doing so?
Sorry?
When you finally had worked up the will to leave, how were you going to go about doing so?
I was gonna go looking around for some makeshift weapons as I try to find my way out through over the wall.
It's easy enough to find some sharp knives to use.
Well, here I go. I'm going back one way or another.
As for over the wall, that escape attempt doesn't work out. The simple reasoning being, of course, this is an island. Over the wall is
Into the ocean.
the hunting ground.
I'm gonna have to bide my time.
It gives you a much more horrifying perspective of the place, witnessing what was going on there, which I will kind of censor just because it's, well, not censor, it's, but which I'll say, it's a lot more vicious, it's a lot more bloody. And the prey, who you're certain who used to be human, does not die permanently when they die.
There has to be another way out of here.
And, of course, you realize he had a horse.
Where there's a horse, there has to be a stable. I'm gonna try to
Yes.
steal his horse.
Well, I say a horse, it's a unicorn, but you get the idea.
Yes, I got you.
Duncan, somebody is stealing you.
Okay, I can't really voice me wanting to be uncooperative in this.
The thing
You
is,
do
are you?
know he's not. He is cooperative. He has, I think, maybe seen Aedan around. So he probably would recognize him.
Aiden's gonna lean into the unicorn. We're getting the hell out of here.
The
I didn't
unicorn
actually-
nods.
I didn't actually ask. What are how? This is probably gifts, quote quote, that the Golden Land Prince gave him. But what does Aiden look like after his duel?
Aiden's skin has become bronze. Trophy-like. Hold on, sorry, I'm about to sneeze.
Oh no!
Ah, sorry about that. He has found that his joints are a bit stiffer. Almost, almost, again, trophy-like. Little by little, he's losing his mobility.
Oof. Anything else apart from the bronze skin?
Not currently.
I thought possibly about bejeweled eyes. Do you like the sound of that?
That sounds wonderful.
Oh yeah, you look like that Pokemon. I forgot the name of it.
Personally, I kept on thinking of him as a human. Awesome.
I was just about to throw out an Oscar gif in the shitposting
So, what did you say to him? To Duncan?
we're getting the hell out of here.
You notice that like Duncan nods, or at least you think that he does.
Wait a minute. Nod twice if you were human.
He nods twice.
Okay, we're definitely getting the hell out of here. Come on.
You happen to know where one of his mirrors is nearby, Duncan.
I'm gonna ride in that direction or run in that direction.
There's nothing here that stops you. Not yet. So, you're able to run through that mirror and out of another one somewhere in the hedge, one that he tends to use, or some reflective surface there. I imagine it might be almost like. Actually, imagine it might be just run in there, escape the nearest mirror you find in there that you possibly can. And burst out in the middle of a expanse of wild and untamed bushland. Meeps, are you back?
I'm back. I've been back for a while.
Ooh, welcome
Oh.
back.
I said I was back.
Video. I didn't hear you.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you either.
So, Connie,
I didn't either. Interesting.
you had to wander in the hedge for quite a while. You encountered some strange things there. But eventually, and I'm being kind of vague with this because I'm not sure, like in the modern day, if you'd have much memory. You found your way to the Forest of Eternal Night. That's in Arcadia, so, the gateway didn't take you directly there. And when you're there, some masked, mute, long-eared, beautiful maiden directs you to the Silver City. It's a long journey. It's a bit of a wild journey to get there. And yet throughout the whole time, it's beautiful, and the trees and the plants are all fascinating.
Okay.
So, the queen opens the gates, and there's a whole, procession greeting your arrival, or, celebrating your arrival
Okay.
to this strange fairy tale kingdom. How do you feel about all?
Overwhelmed. I'm gonna try. Yeah. I'm gonna ask what's going on here.
Another knight is entering her service. Some attendant answers. You are being hailed.
I just look around like, why is everybody wearing these masquerade masks? Is this like a rave or something?
With everywhere that you've been through, that's probably the last thing on your. Again, the portal did not lead here. You traveled a few days to get here.
Yeah. I'm
In
like,
fact, you probably tried at some point to get back, but if that.
yeah, probably.
But it just took you.
What's going on here? I need to go back home.
The Queen is approaching. Or rather, you are sort of approaching the Queen. The procession is kind of herding you around. And she's standing on the steps of her palace. And here she is very obviously not human. The long ears, the glowing eyes, everything.
Yeah. Am I dead?
No. You found yourself far beyond that pitiful mortal world.
So, where am I?
Welcome to the
Who
Silver
are
City.
you?
I'm the queen of this place. She smiles under her mask at you. But you've had a long journey. I'm certain you must rest and recuperate.
I just kind of stutter. Okay.
I thank you for accepting my offer. This kingdom has desperate need for protectors.
Uh, I I fight as a hobby. I don't want to like hurt anyone.
I have prepared rooms in the palace for you. And we will be holding a feast in your honor.
Okay. How long is this contract for? I mean, it seems like I've been here a few days. I need to get back.
She just bows and leaves, and the rest of the procession is just kind of shuffling you into the palace.
Okay, I guess I get shuffled.
Are you struggling against it?
No, not really. I'm just more confused. I'm confused and bemused.
Yeah.
You know, I've read Lord of the Rings. I've read all sorts of sci-fi and fantasy. I'm a big fan of Star Trek.
You've watched Labyrinth.
Yeah. I've
But
watched
yes.
anime. I know what isekai is.
I don't think isekai was a thing in the 90s.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
I didn't think the word oh, well, never mind. By the
Maybe not
way,
the word as we know it, but the genre, oh yeah.
Yeah,
the
the genre
genre has
was there.
existed since Lewis Carroll.
Yeah.
And his famous anime, uh, Alice Through the Looking Glass. But either way, so the room she has for you is carved out of wood. Or you said carved out of wood. It seems to be grown.
Okay.
It's very lavish, very pleasant place. There is a intricately carved wooden mask set up on the bed.
I'm gonna set it on the gonna try it on.
They also have clothes set aside for you. What do they look like?
Um, it's a leather kilt. Like God, I can't remember the name of it, but basically like the Romans wear it. It looks like a Roman gladiatorial outfit.
It's a bit more delicate than that, and it
Yeah,
doesn't have a helmet, but it's kind of like that, yeah.
yeah.
And a lot of its armor is wood,
Okay.
like really hard wood with a metallic sheen. At some point, an attendant is remarking, "The feast is beginning." The attendants tend to be much shorter, still pointed ears, tend to be dressed in black.
Okay. Well, I'm going to just kind of like stand where I am until somebody like motions me to go somewhere.
Nobody really comes along. Or rather, the attendant is just sort of staring awkwardly at you for a bit.
Do I need to do something?
Do you need an escort?
Sure.
They come and kind of walk beside you, and they whisper under their breath. I know it's hard, but you'll get used to it.
What?
Just smiling up at you.
I
They,
just go with them.
there was a great feast hall. Many people sitting, standing, feasting. Most of the food is all fruits, very exotic fruits that you've never seen before, and delicate, sort of mostly plant-based stuff. The queen offers you a seat next to her on the table. After your long
I
journey, you're probably famished.
Yeah, I sit down. I bow, and then sit down.
I know that this is likely not what you expected, but this is a wondrous place, and I'm sure you will love it here.
I just nod. I've never met a queen, Your Majesty. I don't know the etiquette.
She bites into the food and says, "Feel free to dig in whenever you're ready."
I'm going to grab some food and eat.
It's the sweetest, most delicious thing you've ever tasted.
I get diabetes.
Well, like, not overwhelmingly sweet, but what I mean sweet as in, delect.
God, I understand. I'm just having fun with it.
Yeah. But yes, there's these glowing blue grapes. There's this delicious silver apple. It's just, you don't notice it now. You don't realize that this is what happened until so much later. But with each bite, your memories of the living world fade away.
Ooh.
And you're all thinking when you start the feast, you know, I need to get back. I need to return to my fiance. I need to get out of here. Or I mean, this is fantastical, but I need to get out of here. But by the time you're done, by the time you started eating, you're just like, I need to get back, but why? And by the time you're done, it's just like, that's all gone. And looking around you with so few memories in your mind, this place just seems like a perfect dream.
Oh, okay.
And here I'll go into the durance section.
Okay.
This was how you got ensnared. Because I figure, you probably wouldn't have fought for her if you didn't have something that was making you loyal.
Yeah.
Like this enchantment will probably definitely be broken. I'll leave it up to your discretion how much you remember. But
Okay.
yeah. So, how did your queen treat you during the long duration of your stay?
She treated me well. I became her favorite enforcer.
Were you ever disloyal?
No.
Yeah, she would have treated you well because disloyalty is punished terribly, and you were likely forced to carry out those punishments, but loyalty
Yeah.
is legitimately rewarded. Like even minor breaches of disloyalty. But she was like, she never abused you apart from that inherent abuse of like robbing you of your memories and tricking you into this
Yeah.
place. It was just, the others that she treated horribly. As you spent your time in this place, you grew close to the forests of eternal night. You became part of it. It became part of your flesh. What did it feel like?
Uh, it felt like the world moved slower for me while I was there. I could I could rest between my duties.
And what does it feel? What did it feel like being of the forest?
I felt like I belonged, but there was always something nagging in my head.
There was
Like,
some surreal.
am I
Sorry.
a tree? Am I not a tree? What am I? Who am I?
As
I'm
you
gonna say
blended,
that I forgot my name.
so there's a surreal aspect of the experience, not just being a tree, but like the forest is a part of her, but it's not her. And because you're a part of it, you're a part of her.
Okay.
There's a really surreal aspect of that. Like you don't end in your own skin. When you're walking amongst the trees, you can feel them connecting you connecting to you and connecting you to her. And it's retroactively, that experience is probably extremely disturbing. At the time, probably weirdly pleasant.
Okay.
What was the best part of it all?
Um, the uh, hmm, the times in between, basically her praising me for missions well done.
For being her PogChamp. Got
Yes.
But yes, and what was the worst part of it?
Seeing the looks on people's faces when they saw me, other than her.
Explain that.
Basically, she would send me after the disobedient and the unloyal, and they knew who I was. And uh, the horror and desperation on their faces were etched in my mind.
What was it that made you doubt?
Um, After a while, I just became numb to it. But then I was sent out to take down somebody very specific, and I realized that they were abused, and that helped me realize that I was abused too. I'm talking about Arin.
Ah, that is probably not going to be a durance thing. This is what will lead into your escape.
Oh, uh,
So, I think my knight, I summon you.
I'm here,
We'll
my
play
lady.
that out. I have need of your services.
At once, my lady.
An ancient and old servant of mine has unfortunately fallen to the path of wickedness and has stolen from my table.
I will go at once, my lady.
I need you to not just bring them back for punishment. This servant does. This servant cannot be allowed to continue living.
Yes, my lady. You're the ones I hate the most.
Arin, how did you escape?
Probably simply enough, I would ran.
You got out of
Yeah,
the chest, you stole from the table as mentioned. What sort of stuff did you steal?
that's a good question. Um, my golden mask, for one. Um, Bangles, a tiara, some of the things that I'd been dressed in as part of the toys that I had uh, been designed as, anything that I was played as, I was still wearing some of those uh, outfits that she put me in, and I didn't take them off.
I imagine you also took whatever you could carry, realizing,
Yes,
if you got back, you would need some. So, yes, you fled through the forest, aware that the forest was likely whispering to her.
just keep running.
And you found your way back to that wild, thorny forest beyond the bioluminescent forest of night. Aedan, Duncan,
Yes.
Duncan. As soon as you exit the mirror into the hedge, you anthropomorphize.
Oh. With Aiden still riding me, I assume.
Holy shit!
I imagine
Whoa!
you just fling out of the portal and then just become human. Probably leading to him flinging him off his off your.
Oh my god. I could speak.
Well, hi. The name's Aiden Keene, attorney. He hands over one of his business cards.
You still have your business card?
Of course he does.
I guess once the litigator, always the litigator.
Of course. Thank you for helping me, helping us get out of there.
We're not out of the woods just yet.
Clearly, the woods are all around us.
No, I mean, like, we're still in, like, the mirror dimension, no?
No,
Yes.
I'm
No?
ruling that you're able to get through there quickly enough because
Okay.
we want to get you with the rest of the group,
Right.
and they're not in the mirror dimension.
So, I think our best idea is to find civilization. Which way? Ugh.
Actually, I think maybe I could figure something out. Let me pull up what my powers are again. I think I might actually have something for this.
I believe you do.
Yeah, I think I could use Pathfinder. Hold on, let me pull up the actual, like, book
I would
itself.
strongly recommend you put a copy of that text in the Discord, by the
Yeah.
Nicole did at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Here we go. Pathfinder.
Yeah, one glamour shows you the nearest hedge feature of your choice.
Okay. I'm trying to think of what a good one would be.
Probably a
Perhaps
trod, a path, or a literally looking for a way out. But it might be best to find a path.
Okay, yeah. Then let's go with the path. Or at least a road that, like, can get us out of here easier.
By the way, there's usually a whole system for navigating the hedge. I'm not using that this session because it's the first time.
All right.
I'm also not using. You will only gain access to portaling, which would basically make you able to create a portal in or out of the hedge wherever you find a doorway. Once you leave, once you finally get. But yes, you now know the location to the nearest pathway.
All right.
Heading for it.
Yes.
Sadly, Keene, I don't think I don't think you can ride him anymore. At least not in that sense.
That's fine. I'll
Just hold my hand, I guess.
just bear in mind I can't move as fast as I did before I got here.
That's what I'm here for.
You throw one vase at the Golden Lion Prince and he decides to make sure you can't move at all.
Tell me about it. What, were you
Well,
a trophy wife or something?
That's disgusting. No,
I wouldn't put it past
he
him.
said he enjoyed my spirit. I don't think he enjoyed it as much when, things started flying across the room.
Oh
What?
God. It's the fucking South Park thing. I just imagining him just fucking beating his ass.
Either way,
Yeah. Oh god. So you actually you actually put up a fight. Really?
I don't like being told what to do.
I see.
so you're kind of pushing your way through. This place is very, very like overgrown. There's broken branches and charred wood everywhere, and thorns that are pushing into you. There don't seem to be any ways through here that doesn't push you through the thorn.
Oh.
So I didn't quite catch your name.
Duncan. Name's Duncan. What about you?
Well, for the third time, it's Aedan Keene.
Sorry, it's just senses are a little off. With you, once you've been a four-legged creature your entire life, well, it feels much longer than that.
So you're also in agreement that hunting ground on the other side there was just... Ugh.
It was just what? Because whatever you're thinking, it actually was. He would ride upon me when he went hunting.
Disgusting.
Yes.
Just vulgar
I mean,
and...
look at me. He personally turned me into a unicorn in order to serve as his mount. You don't think that the other...
Gee, what did you do
It's...
to piss him off?
I lost races.
Well, I'm glad he made you a unicorn and not a pot of glue.
And then he like points to his horn that still is like has the gold
Kinsu.
fillings and shit in it. Yeah. It still has all that shit in there.
All of this because you lost a few races?
It was a reminder.
Well, since we've both been screwed over by this person, let's at least try to stick together for the time being.
Yeah.
Arin, you're pushing your way through the thorns at the border of the forest, making your way out. As you do so, tell me, a piece of your soul is torn from you by the thorns. What is it, and what does it look like? What does it mean? As in, what does it kind of stand for?
I'm not sure. Um, this is something I did not think of. Okay.
I'll come back to that then. I'll also ask that question of Aedan and Duncan at some point, and Connie later.
Yeah.
Actually, Aedan, Duncan,
Yes.
a piece of each of your soul is ripped away by the branches of the thorns. What is it? What does it look like?
For me, it looks like wings. Or at least like his soul surrounded by like feathers. Um
It's
and you
probably more likely to look like a physical object than like a glowing.
Oh. Oh, okay. Huh.
Probably
Probably
something of some personal meaning. It might have like a memory or an emotion type.
Yeah. The first thing that pops into my mind would be a motorcycle. It was probably the first one that he got. I'm not exactly sure what make and model it was.
It's probably a bit
He
smaller
bought
than
that
that, but it might be a model.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Aedan, do you have any ideas of what was taken?
It was a memory. It was a memory of him and his father sitting down at the park. His father asking him, "What do you want to be?" Funny enough, yes, this led to him.
It might
saying he
actually,
wanted to be a
it
lawyer.
might be actually be best a better idea not to
Oh shit!
detail too
Nothing.
much of the details of the memory because you don't have it.
Oh
You'll
lord.
forget it.
Okay. A day at the park with his father talking about his future, and it becomes a fountain pen.
Fountain pen formed of memories. Right. Now, as you're going along, these things catch the branches. It's painful pushing through them. It's probably difficult after a while to continue the conversation that you're having. That's when these things are pulled forth. You probably don't 100% notice when they are. Or you don't notice that's what was happening, just the pain of it. But when you get through them, you are on the path. I'm not going to have you roll for it. It's bejeweled and kind of stretches between the trees. You probably have with your Pathfinder can probably give you a vague inclination as to which way goes towards Arcadia and which way goes away. So you'll probably begin down the away, I imagine.
Mhm.
But yes. After a while, I want you to roll wits plus composure, both of you.
Okay.
This is to notice.
So which stats?
Wits plus composure.
All right, so I got 2 successes.
Nope.
You don't put in the pound sign. The number
Oh.
replaces the pound sign.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I got 2 successes.
Something invisible just became visible above you. It is
Oh.
very quickly descending upon you.
What is it?
It's a spider.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Damn
Nope.
it.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
It's a
Nope.
very large.
Oh, what type of spider is it?
It's very colorful. What's your defense?
My defense is 8.
Good to know. It's attacking.
All right, we should probably do something about that. Let's see here.
Okay. Alrighty.
Right.
Aiden, you good in the fight? I'm also flipping through my books and trying to put in my powers.
What did you say it was?
My defense?
Yeah.
My defense is 8. Do you need to know Aiden's
Ah,
defense?
yes, that's right. You have a ludicrous amount of it. He's attacking you first.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Oh wow. What you
Lucky.
mean? Oh wow.
Uh-oh.
What you mean? Oh wow. Oh
Wow.
Uh.
You got bit by the big spider.
Uh-oh.
It's you are having a lovely, wonderful dream right now. What does it look like?
I'm having a lovely, wonderful dream. I'm dreaming that I lived an ordinary ass life with both of my parents present. And I lived in a suburban gated community, and like I was able to go to a good school and not get into any problems or trouble.
Upper middle class in Colorado.
Yeah. Wow.
That would require
You have to bring work into everything, huh?
either way.
Moving on. But yes, he essentially like has this dream, and everything is blissful and peaceful and fun, and like and then like he his family members and the people around him all start looking at him with these golden yellow eyes.
No, it's blissful.
Oh, it's blissful.
Like it's legitimately blissful. It's not blissful turning bad.
Oh, it's not like a bad trip. It's not like a bad LSD trip.
No, it's a fucking great trip. It's wonderful.
Okay. All right. You're like, oh no, I'm coming down. Yes. It is essentially like he ends up, because like he gets chosen for his talents, for his like athleticism
We don't
and
need to
running.
get too in detail.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically he actually lives a good life, essentially.
But yes. While that's happening, have you come up with an idea out?
A memory of an engagement, and the item that is left behind is a gold ring with a red stone.
Gold ring with a red stone. Nice. Okay. You're walking. You pushed yourself through these. This. They weren't thorns for you. They were kind of like a wall around the. Well, they were thorns as well, but it was mostly like broken crystals from this crystalline wall around the forest. You didn't pass through it to get in, but you think that's because there was like a gate that you went. Or should you?
Okay.
But when you pass through that,
Oh.
you are standing upon a bejeweled road.
Well, keep running.
Yep. So, Aiden, Duncan, can you roll me initiative, which is 1 dice, then tell me your initiative modifier and just add it to the number on that.
So it's just 1 dice plus our whatever initiative mod is. All right, let's see here.
Just roll 1 dice and tell me your initiative.
Okay. It's a 1d10. Oh, wow, I rolled a 10 plus 10 plus 7, so 17.
4 plus 5, 19. 9.
I did not write that down. What is the initiative modifier?
Only Duncan and Aedan currently. Oh, 1 dice plus. What you're asking what the initiative modifier is?
Yes.
I can't say off the top of my head. It would be in the
I will look it up.
yeah, it would be in the character creation section at the end.
Dexterity plus composure.
What was yours?
Thank you.
What was
No
yours? Aiden? The
That's
result.
actually that's an 8. Sorry, I miscalculated my initiative. Let me just fix that real quick. Yes, it's an 8, not a 9. My bad.
Okay. Side note, Connie, would you like to roll initiative for me while we're doing this? That's
Sure.
1 dice plus your initiative modifier. But yes, Duncan, it is technically your go, but you are currently you've got the insensate tilt, which means you can't do anything unless you spend a willpower.
I rolled a
Okay.
1. My initiative is 7. I'll be right back at you, Jester.
All right. So if that's the case, let me see how much willpower I'm actually working with. I'm working with
Don't take
4
too
willpower.
don't take
I'm
too long to
gonna
decide.
do that. I am going to take a willpower because I do want us to get out of here. I don't think Aedan can fight. And if it was maybe me, I would be okay. You're a litigator. Maybe if it was me, I would be okay, but I don't want the only other person to get in trouble. So I'm gonna burn a willpower.
Right? Remember to edit your resources after doing
Okay.
after you decide what to.
I'm not sure what I would be able to do then.
Fucking run.
Yeah. Yeah, run for your life, basically.
I am back.
What's your speed?
Welcome back.
My speed is 12. Yeah, my speed is 12. Yeah, I'm gonna do what I do best and fucking skedaddle.
Friday.
Maybe I might try and pick Aiden up. Scoop Aiden up and run off. Do
Uh,
you want to fight that thing?
Not necessarily.
Oh, okay then. So do I have to do now in this instance?
You just move equal to your speed.
Okay. So 12. So I imagine it's all theater of the mind.
You might
Um,
also want to dodge because it's probably going to go for you as well. So yeah,
It-
dodge probably a good idea. You double your defense and then roll that to counteract its success.
Okay. Yeah. Is there anything I need to burn to do that? Or can I
Only
just
your
do it?
action, which you didn't know what else you were going to do anyways.
Yeah. Then in that case, I'll just do that. I'll just dodge.
The spider is making a attempt to what's it called? Grapple you, which is just a regular attack against your defense, but roll twice your defense.
All right. So twice my defense. So that would be 16. Yes. Here we go. Okay.
Yeah, you've counteracted all of its successes. It's unable to capture you.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
It's just used its turn. Aiden, you have your turn.
I kind of want to take one of those knives and try to throw it at it, but I know that's a bad idea. I'm gonna run.
Run alongside Dunk. What's your
Yeah.
speed?
8.
The spider is significantly faster than either of you.
Oh, the hell with that. I'm just... Oh.
I do believe that Dunk has an ability that can actually kind of counteract that, but
I think so. It might be Polestar. I'm trying to find that. Oh, actually, I think it just is my Kith blessing.
you might also be able to throw a knife at it if you want to while running away.
All right.
That would probably be defense, well, not defense, dexterity plus athletic,
And if I have my specialization?
an additional dice.
Okay.
I'm back, by the way.
Double.
Ha! Failure.
It doesn't hit.
It just blinks off harmlessly.
Also, I just remembered I should have added his. Their defense kind of subtracts from the roll usually. But yeah. Connie,
Yes.
as you're walking down this road, you find two people fighting a giant spider. A very
I'm going-
colorful giant.
It's not my business, so I continue on.
Wow.
Really?
Dude, I don't fuck with spiders.
I'm no longer in the Queen's Land, am I?
No, but you're still loyal to her currently.
Yes.
At the same time, though, you do have a needle of protector.
Yes, you're right. Do you two fellows need a hand?
I would love some help.
Obviously.
I'm going to try to punch the Fidu then.
Just a regular punt?
Well, brawl, MMA punch.
Yes. Its defense, which would its defense is 7, so your roll would be strength plus brawl minus 7. Oh, and if you have a specialty, an additional.
I have a specialty in it too.
I believe
So
you also have
that's 8.
natural weapons.
I also have what?
Natural weapons.
Yes, they do lethal damage.
Good to know. So roll.
I'm going to use Touch of Wrath, spending a glamour. Wait, no, that's for something else. Never mind. I'm
that's
going to
cool.
do. Yeah,
That's for if you're attacking object.
yeah. I have lethal mean. I am going to punch. So I roll my full amount of dice, right?
Minus 7.
Yeah. I got 2 successes on 1 die.
You've done 2 lethal damage to him now.
So you
It's
just watch me
hissing.
run up, leap up, and just slam into this thing with my fist.
Duncan, if you want to try to act, you will need to spend another willpower.
Because of the effect of the drugs.
You're having a wonderful, lovely dream right now.
In that case, I'm probably going to let it rock. I only have like 3 left.
I'm going to give you a beat for that, Because I'm
Okay.
going to count this as like surrendering in the face of combat with a beaten down tilt. That's not really the case, but like it's close enough to that I feel like it should be a beat.
Okay.
A beat is experience. We're tracking that individually, not individually, collectively. So you don't get a beat, everyone gets a beat. But don't track that on the sheet, it'll be more expensive. Or
Okay.
rather, it's 20 beats to an experience rather than 5 beats.
Oh. Why
But
is it only say 5 beats on the thing then? That's weird.
Because I'm using a house rule.
Oh, okay.
I'm tracking it collectively. I'm saying that when the group gets 20 beats, everybody gets 1 experience, rather than when you get 5 beats, you get 1
So
experience.
basically, everybody is kind of scaling and leveling up at the same
Together,
rate.
yeah.
We're
Yes.
on that EXP share. Okay, I get it. I
Oh
get
my
you.
gosh. I love that.
Yeah, that's an optional rule presented in the book, and one that I wanted to run with this time. But yes. So, you're giving up that turn?
Yes, I am.
Having a lovely dream while a spider tries to eat your body.
Yep.
It's going to attack you. You won't be able to dodge, but it will still benefit from your defense. What's your defense again?
My defense is 8.
It's going to spend a willpower.
Okay. That's not good. That doesn't sound good at all.
It does it does 1 lethal damage to you.
All right. So
Count it from left to right.
So 1, 2. So I basically fill in the boxes, I guess.
Yeah, fill in the closest box to health next to it.
Got you. All right. See?
And with an L.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
That makes
I'm
sense.
trying to get like the. We're gonna for the first couple sessions. We're gonna spend a lot of time figuring out like protocol for things.
Hey, it's all good. This is what session 1 is for. This is the tutorial.
Yes. Other way, the spider did 1 lethal damage to you. Aedan, it is your turn.
I'm going to try to throw another knife. And you know what? I am going to expend a willpower.
That adds 3 dice to the roll. How many dice would that have? That's dexterity plus athletics plus 1 plus 3.
So that's a total of 7 die.
It has a 7 defense. Unfortunately, you're dealing with a chance die.
It wouldn't do anything.
You might want to figure out another thing to do. Remember, this is not relevant here, but remember, just because combat is started doesn't mean you can't convince them to back down.
Oh my gosh.
When playing a social character in a combat situation, just remember that social situations can be useful.
You have a very good point.
But yes, if you want to still do the flinging thing and the fling a knife in it, you can roll a chance die, and if that's 1 dice. If it succeeds, it'll succeed.
I don't think that's going to be very useful.
Probably a good idea. Is there anything else you want to do then?
I wonder. I want to see if it's possible for me to draw the spider's attention. See if I can
If you want.
shout at them to stop. I mean, we have talking horses. Who's to say that the spider can't talk either?
Unicorn? Fucking racist.
That's probably not going to take your turn. The spider does seem to understand what you're saying, or at least seems to hear it and turn to you.
Hey, wait, hold on. We can't go around assaulting people out of the blue. Let's
If you're going
stop
to try and
first.
convince the spider, roll a persuasion plus presence or maybe manipulation, whichever you think fits better.
I'll use manipulation. So that's a total of 7 dice.
I don't think Fae trickery applies.
You said persuasion, right?
Yeah, that's subterfuge.
Yep. So that's 7 die.
Roll away.
Two successes.
I'm probably going to do this as a contested roll versus his composure and resolve.
Mhm.
One success. Okay, the spider is delaying for a moment and saying, and it is actually speaking in recognizable English. And why should I stop? You can't stop. You can't escape me.
Because you know as well as I do that you cannot be doing this. It's against your own rights as one of the Fae.
Holy shit, it can talk?
Not right now. You could talk. You were a unicorn less than 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, but I couldn't talk when I was a unicorn.
I mean, fair.
And what do you know of rights, little trophy?
I know more than you understand. I'm not some green guild individual to this land. Is there any way I can roll a politics?
Without a politics roll, I'll let you know there is no law saying that they can't do this.
They
They are fully acting legally here. However,
you know what?
do have their attention, and you could convince them to stop.
There are
You
no
know
laws
what?
against the changelings.
Considering we're guests in your domain, is that how you all treat guests?
You have not yet entered my domain. You seem to think you know more than you do, mortal. But if you do want me to stop, what are you willing to pay for it?
Well, what are you looking for? Beyond a meal, that is. We can negotiate. Without violence, preferably.
A meal is what I desire. But it does not need to be you.
I see.
Nor even one of you humans or human likes.
And Aedan's going to go through his bag to see if he has any food, any sort of rations, anything of that sort. And he's going to sort of turn over to Duncan. Go look through your bag and see if you have any food.
Duncan is out.
Oh, crap. Well, I'm going to go through my bag to see if I have any food whatsoever.
You don't think you have any, but you do know that, because of your politics, I won't have you roll for it. Generally, a promise of future service is acceptable. Well, not, a promise of doing so in the future would be acceptable, so long as you actually follow through.
Very well, my friend.
Due to your occult knowledge, and I won't have you roll for this, it's less that they probably won't give you trouble if you don't follow through, but the weird magic will probably give you trouble.
We may not have a meal at the moment, but before we leave this area, when we do happen to have a meal, we will sit around a fire. At that time, I'd be more than happy to share with you.
So be it.
You're
We
a
have
shrewd
arranged it.
negotiator, but I'll accept.
Take a dot of goblin debt.
Alrighty.
I think you're actually going to beat for that, but I don't know. I'll check later.
Okay.
And the spider leaves you be, retreating once more into the shadows and hiding away.
So the next time that we have something to eat, right, I'm by myself.
Interviewed by Stephen Harm.
I should be there, shouldn't I?
Right. You, stranger. Thank you so much for coming to our help here. My name is
Yes.
Aedan. Aedan Keene. He pulls out a business card. Attorney at law.
How many
Whom
of
do
those
you
do you
serve?
have? How many of those did you bring to our case?
He's a litigator. I'm sure he has a couple.
Whom do you serve?
Myself at this point.
You trying to escape too, then?
Say what?
Are you also trying to escape?
You're escapees, and I get ready to attack.
Oh, are you a narc too? Even in fairyland, you can't escape these guys. Why do you swear loyalty to them?
She is all. She is everything.
No, she is your warden. You know, I'm sure you know as well as we do what those true fair are actually like. But yet you're still gonna actually try and take us in. As if you have any say or freedom in the matter.
Now, Duncan.
No,
Let's-
I'm sure that they would probably turn her into a frog and tell her to jump.
Although you're asleep, aren't you?
Well, if combat's over.
That doesn't mean you're back.
Slow down for a moment, and please
I'm
put
going
your
to
weapon
say that
away.
you were able to fight it back enough, but you still probably have a little bit of that
Yeah,
drowsiness.
that's why he's like kind of speaking. Bleh.
But either way, hey,
There's no need for violence.
are you using the royal court now?
No, not yet. Wouldn't you rather hear us out before you start swinging?
I will give you a moment.
Thank you. That's all I ask.
You are not my prey.
Very well, my acquaintance. With that in mind, we were not here to begin with. Apparently Duncan here got turned into a horse, unicorn, because he was losing races.
No, I got turned into a unicorn, and then I started losing races.
Oh, apologies.
It's fine.
What do you mean turned into? Mind you, this
Yeah,
is coming from a woman who looks like a silver and green tree. Silvery blue needles for hair and dark green bark.
gotcha. Well, unfortunately, I was promised wonders, yet I was told to forget. And he sort of trails off for a moment. I was told to forget a family member, someone that I care about deeply. When I said no, they said I had no choice. Everybody has a choice, so I chose to leave. I will not be kept somewhere against my will.
You left your master? Such a thing is possible?
A lot of people
Such a
thought it
thing is
wasn't
feasible?
a lot of people thought it wasn't possible to throw a vase at your master's head, yet I still did that.
Ah. But the punishment for leaving is getting hunted down.
Well, he has yet to hunt us down.
That I'd rather die than go back there. Anything is better than being his mount again.
You seem at a loss.
I have always been a servant of my queen. For as long as I can remember.
And you've never questioned, you've never asked if it was the right choice to do what you're doing.
I don't know.
You do have free will. And if you ever have a problem with someone telling you that you don't, I'd be more than happy to represent you.
I could have used that.
I'm sorry?
Nothing. We'll talk about that later.
Excellent.
Who are you to speak such sweet words?
Who am I? Well, my name, as I stated, is Aedan Keene. Prior to getting here, I was a lawyer. Now he looks at himself, dressed up like a trophy. Not happy about that either. There's a lot more to me than just my looks, you know. And who might you be?
What do you mean? I am the queen's servant.
Do you not have a name?
A
You
name?
might have a title.
I am the wood wailer, the huntress.
Those are titles. You have no name?
No,
Have you ever wanted a name?
I don't know.
Perhaps you could join us and get a feel for yourself whether or not your actions are right or wrong. And while you're doing that, you might even find a name.
The nagging voice of your queen in the back is, you still have prey to hunt.
I still have what?
You still have prey to find.
I must be off. I must find my prey.
Pray. Say,
Yes,
maybe we could still work together. If your prey is uncooperative and you have to say, put them out of their misery, would I by any chance be able to keep the carcass? I sort of owe a friend a favor.
What the
yes.
fuck?
She is to die.
Very well. Once I'd be happy to join you. Is there any chance again once we finish that we could potentially set up camp of some sort?
Yes.
Very well. Aedan puts out his hand as if ready to shake.
I look down at it. What is this for?
Confirmation of cooperation. Please.
I grab his hand.
And I
Do
shake.
you want to
Pull
seal
him
it?
into a chest bump. Huh?
Do you want to seal this promise?
Yes.
Okay, what was the promise?
That
would help. Sorry, go
Oh,
ahead.
that once I kill my prey, that they get the body.
Oh, never mind then. Seals don't really mean much for changelings if they don't actually follow through. But if you follow through with a promise, you get a beat, and that's not a promise we want to follow through.
Nah.
But yes, so shaking it.
Thank you for taking a moment to hear us out, or rather, hear me out.
I know.
So, are you going to help them find their prey then?
Yes.
Do you know who they were hunting?
I do not. Who are you hunting?
I'm hunting a runaway toy.
That's very appetizing
She
at
is
all.
stolen from my mistress.
Is that it? Is there not more to that story?
There needn't be any more.
And you took that shit at face value because of course you did.
But... oh no, that's so backwards.
They're Fae, dude.
So if your patron had told you to jump off a cliff,
are you going to try and convince her to doubt?
yes.
Go for it.
What's your resolve rating?
My resolve rating?
Yeah.
2.
Right. You'll have to do 2 successful rolls if you want to do this.
Okay.
You can just reject it, Meeps, but it's kind of like a narrative force to say that you probably should consider it, and you're also going to beat if this works.
What am I rolling?
Whatever method you're using to persuade her, which would probably be an attribute plus a plus a skill. Most likely persuasion.
I was gonna do persuasion. Can I do that with manipulation as well, since they might be related?
If you're being earnest, presence might be better.
Presence it is. So that's 2 successes.
Right. That's all for now, but at a certain point, you'll get a opportunity to do another. Which will be the one that actually changes it. First of all, though, what was your initial impression of these people, Connie?
Weak.
Probably average.
Yeah. They're not very combat oriented. They need protecting.
You'll get another option in
Another what?
You'll get another option in a bit later in the day, I'll say, to make another attempt to convince her.
Right. Just, is there any way that we could possibly hear their side of the story?
Anyway, we can what?
Aedan's talking to Connie, asking if there's any way we could hear from the praise side of the story. What was stolen that was so important?
She stole from my queen.
Yes, but where I come from, that nonetheless doesn't matter where I come from. What if it was simply out of survival?
You might want to get a move on.
Yeah, we're going to keep
Gotcha.
going.
Yep. Idle talk at this point.
It's not a good idea to stand in place when there's a spider lurking around waiting for food.
Yeah, like
Let's go.
Duncan is already like kind of running. You see
The
an outline
queen-
of him where he is.
The queen provided her with with a home and food and love and shelter.
So anyway, does somebody want to roll a if you're looking for like prey, and you're probably looking for live prey around here. That's the sort of stuff a spider usually eats.
Yeah.
Survival plus wits.
I think I could try to do that. You said,
Ooh.
yeah, I could do that. I would have 4 dice to roll with that, though.
I have. Oh, we're in the hedge, aren't we?
Yeah.
I have hedge survey and survival.
Oh. I have
So
hedge
that
sense.
is-
Same.
I do as well. What does this all give me?
I think it gives you plus hedge survey. I think gives +2 dice in surveying the hedge.
Well,
might
it's
want to
my,
put the text of
it's my
some of.
specialty.
Oh, yeah, that gives 1 more dice as well.
Yeah, it's hedge survival. And hedge sense. What does hedge sense give?
I think that gives +2. You might want to
Oh.
get the text of that in the merits thing at some point,
Yeah.
but not necessarily now. Just add +2 dice to it.
Okay. And it's which you said?
Yes, wit.
One success.
I'm gonna roll 2.
I'd also like to roll.
I'll take this as a teamwork roll. Each of you roll your dice, and your successes will add dice to her roll, so she can roll more dice.
Hey, I got 2.
That's
So
2 more
with
dice.
with hedge sense, that adds a 2 die bonus to all rolls to navigate the hedge and to find icons, food, shelter, or goblin fruit there.
Good to
Oh,
know.
so I probably should have rolled more.
If you have hedge sense, yes.
Yeah, I do. Should I just roll
Roll
2
2
more
more.
dice?
2 successes.
Good to know. Yeah, roll 2 more, Duncan.
1 success. So 3 dice.
So 6. That's what is it? 5 additional dice for you, Connie.
5 additional dice?
Yep.
Excellent.
3 successes total.
You have found. It probably requires going into the area inside the road when you're looking for food, but you have found a sheep. You have found a sheep whose navel is connected to the ground. A vine. What
Would
in
this
Delicious
satisfy
Dungeon
you?
would be called a baromet,
Yes.
but which is I have an obsession with because of it being a fucking medieval creature. In the best medieval best.
Oh, the fucking dungeon meshy fucking thing.
The vegetable lamb of Tartary.
Yes. I remember now. I was like, wait a minute, this sounds vaguely familiar.
It takes a few hours looking around the roadside. As you're kind of continuing, but you think this might work. What are you going to do with it?
We're obviously gonna feed it to him.
Are you plucking it?
I assume we would. We'd have to kill it though, right? Or no? Yeah.
I think the agreement specified live. Well, not specified, but it was generally looking for live prey. You don't know whether plucking it would kill it, but you could probably just pull it out of the ground if you want to try that.
All
You
right.
want to
I feel
try it?
like I would also be like, maybe we should like, I don't know, is there like a knowledge roll we could do to see if that would kill it?
Yes.
What would that be?
Intelligence plus occult.
Okay. Oh dear. I have 2 dice for that.
Also, you don't mind too much that we've got a bit over time.
No, not at all. I don't mind. Oh, I got a success.
Well, it's Nicole we should be worried about because she has work tomorrow.
I'm okay for now.
Radio. So, you're pretty sure that yes, separating it from the vine on the ground would kill it, but not immediately. You probably have some time to deliver it to the. It would lead it to starve in the end, but like, you could probably deliver it to the creature.
I'm just going to dig out the roots of the creature.
That
so
would
we can
also
take it
cause it to starve, but slowly.
slower, yeah.
And then I would just like run it to him.
I think that's what you're going to do.
Yep.
All right.
I believe you said you were setting up a little camp and calling him to it.
Yes.
I won't have you roll to like set it up or anything, but like a bit later, the spider comes. It sort of materializes at the edge of the camp and says, "What have you brought for me?"
We've got a bit of a treat for you. Duncan, can you help me out with this?
Sure.
And we're gonna haul the sheep over to it?
What
The
is
sheep
this
is
thing?
the sheep has been rather distraught this whole time to be not connected to the ground. But
See, that's
yes,
about as fresh can get, my friend.
it approaches. It bites the sheep, and the sheep falls into a slumber. It wraps it up, and as it's doing so, it says, "This prey is far smaller than you are."
Yeah, well, beggars can't be choosers,
Well,
unfortunately.
to be fair, you never specified that you needed a meal that was equal in size, so unfortunately that one is on you. If there is a next time, I will specify better.
Aye, 'tis true. As it stands, I didn't want to deal with the threat posed by that one. And you think you see 8 eyes looking upon you, Connie.
Damn Skippy.
An easy meal, a small, easy meal is better than a difficult, large one. And it's
Agreed.
just sucking the innards out of this sleeping lamb right in front of you.
When you do that, is that painless for them?
It is the sweetest of dreams.
Dreams
The
are
one
pretty
that never
sweet.
ends.
I wonder if I can do you think I wonder if it would be possible to sell their venom as like a substance?
Are you
As, like,
saying that aloud?
Yes.
Duncan, seriously?
What? Listen, you haven't tried it.
Some of my kin sell it at the verdigris market.
The where?
And the sandcastle.
Would I know where that is?
No.
Okay.
By any chance, would you be willing to part with some yourself?
I would ask another price in exchange.
Let's not write a blank check that we can't cash, eh?
By the way, the goblin debt is lifted by.
Okay.
What would you ask for? And maybe we'd see if that would be a fair price. Do you want another meal or something?
You are very amicable of creatures that I tried to eat.
Listen, the last guy that we had to deal with, you're at least what's the word? I can actually talk to you. I would say you're much more agreeable for a spider.
At least we can negotiate with you.
I'm going to refrain from taking offense at that. But the spider.
Listen, I'm from Australia. I haven't met many friendly spiders. You guys haven't been sending your best people.
Duncan.
What?
I may come in touch with you again. Maybe we can establish a business.
That would be lovely.
That would be profitable.
And Aedan's going to stick out his hand to potential partnership.
Potential. It does not take your hand, which is probably for the best.
Fair. Thank you for watching out. He retracts his hand quickly.
Are you going to give him another one of your business cards?
No, I think
So,
those are valuable. There isn't a Vistaprint here.
A what?
You wouldn't get it.
after he finishes the meal, it's going to depart.
We must hurry. She
Very
cannot
well.
escape.
I don't see what's so wrong with that. I mean, what's the worst that happens if she escapes?
I would be dishonored.
Not
I
unless
have
you run away
never
too.
been dishonored.
Not unless you run away too. Also, why do you care so much about what she thinks anyway?
I've always been her favorite.
No, you haven't. I'm sure, just like me and Aiden, you had a life prior to before you got taken away. You haven't always been her favorite. There was,
You might want to get more to the action.
yeah,
Yeah, we're moving.
yep.
Yeah, get into a don't want to get into circular arguments. But yes. So, do you want to make a survival roll to try and track her down? Are the
Yeah.
others going to be helpful?
I'm no
Are
good
y'all
with
helping?
survival.
I
I'm no
do
good
have
with survival.
survival, so I am going to help, but it's really only going to be just trying to navigate. I'm not really all that good at hunting people down.
Well, your hedge stuff might help.
That is true.
Yep, it'll be survival plus wits as before.
So,
I'll give it a shot. That's 4 successes.
two.
So that's an additional six dice for me.
Yep.
Math.
I believe it's +3. You have hedge sense plus a specialty.
Yeah. 14 dice. Six successes.
Exceptional success. Okay. I'm going to rewind a little bit and go and deal with what Arin's been doing.
Okay.
So, Arin,
Yes?
you probably didn't have to deal with that spider. The place where you joined the road was a little bit further down.
Okay.
Or you probably went the same way, but the spider just wasn't ambushing at that point. As the road continues down, it gets to be... the trees catch fire. But you're not sure if they're catching fire. Or they're burning, but you don't think they're being consumed.
Okay.
The more you look at it, the more it feels like they just have flames in place of leaves.
Interesting.
However,
Keep going.
there's not a lot of visibility here. There's a lot of smoke in the air. And I'm going to need you to make a stamina survival roll.
That's not going to be good. One success.
Right. The smoke in the air is making it difficult to breathe, but you're able to keep ahead. It's very hard to see, but you're largely able to keep to the road. Until you bump into someone.
I say, excuse me.
They turn around. It's this statue-like woman with glass wings. She says, "Mind where you're going."
I'm sorry. I did not mean to.
As a bit of the stuff that you've been dragging with you kind of spills across the floor. You kind of have to pick it up a bit. She's a bit of the stuff that she was carrying goes on the floor. It's a bit of glass, and it looks like glass, like stained glass, not stained glass, even almost obsidian, like the kind of volcanic glass that's scattered across. She's bending down to pick it up. Wait, what is all of this stuff?
And the same to you. What is yours?
This is quite appealing. She seemed entranced by the shininess of it, of some of your OJ Dar.
I appreciate the sentiment.
You know, someone wandering these roads could get hurt carrying stuff like this. This is a magnet for thieves.
I figured as much. That's good to know. I will be careful.
Continuing on your way?
I think so. Have the crossbow ready.
She's primarily getting her stuff and moving on. However, as you're moving down the road, you eventually pass beyond this smoke and ash. But yes. And the forest starts to resemble more those pictures that I sent of the Australian bush.
Okay.
But there's still a fair amount of smoke in the air. There's an abandoned cottage by the side of the road.
Seems like as good a place as any to rest for a little bit.
Yeah, you've been walking for it's difficult to tell how long, but it seems to be like the better part of a day. As for everybody else, you could, with that survival roll, Connie, you can easily tell her passage through this place. Easily signs of a changeling passing through, and it seems to be likely to be her.
Okay. Quickly, fellows, this way.
It leads into this eternal fire, or this general fiery region of the bush. You can tell very clearly looking at it, these trees are not burning. The leaves are, the fire is part of them.
Okay.
And because of your knowledge of, plant. Everybody make me a survival plus stamina.
All right. And we also do add hedge sense as well. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
No. This is not to find. You wouldn't add hedge sense. This is to endure the heat.
But I would use head survival, right?
Hedge survival, yes.
So survival plus wits. Okay. Now,
0 successes.
0 successes.
0 successes.
Okay. You all take 1 bashing damage.
All right. Do I recover from the lethal damage or no?
No, you don't.
Okay.
And you all take 1 bashing damage. And are now under the effects of the extreme heat condition. Tilt, rather. -1 to every roll while you're in this area. But yes.
Like this. Am I in hell?
It's also very hard to see going ahead. But you can clearly tell there was somebody a little ways of the road. Somebody colourful. Digging amongst the roots of a tree.
Hello there. Have you seen... And I describe my prey.
What? Huh? You're looking for her?
Yes.
I might have seen something. Depends on what it's worth to you.
I'm here on the Queen's authority.
There are a lot of queens out there. Look, you're not looking too good. Help me dig around these glass and around for some of this glass, and I'll tell you a little bit more.
I
Deal?
help.
Might as well.
I help dig around, I guess.
The extreme heat condition has worsened from all you've doing in this.
So
It is now -2.
It's -2. So what are we rolling for this exactly?
It's not a roll. It's just the heat is getting worse. You now have -2 on all rolls.
Okay.
But if you want to help dig for glass, I think that would also be survival plus wits. In fact, no. Wits plus Composure. That's generally the perception.
0 successes.
Four successes.
Nice. Were you rolling, Aiden?
One moment.
Either way, with what you've gained, Connie, you found a fair number of them under the branches of these trees, among the roots of these trees.
Okay.
You also find a few bones there,
Okay.
charred bones among them. They seem to be a pretty commonplace among these tree roots. But returning them to her, she says, again, looks like a statue, wings of glass. She says, "Thanks for the help." Ran into her about a little bit down the road there. She seemed like she was in a hurry. Was carrying a bunch of treasure. Sounds like the person you were looking for. I think you might be able to. You're not far behind, honestly. Appreciate the help, though.
I appreciate your help.
Oh, and hey, free bit of advice. If you come around here again, eat the capsicum.
The what?
The capsicum.
You say that like we know what that is.
That's British for green bell pepper.
Actually, it's Australian for any bell pepper.
Yeah.
Okay, then I probably should have knew that.
In character, you would. I didn't realize it was that. American.
Nah, we just call them bell peppers over here.
By the way, she seemed to be dropping a bit of stuff behind her. She might throughout here might provide you a trail.
Alrighty.
You're able to find your way out of this eternal bushfire pretty quickly. You're still under the effects of the heat a little bit after leaving. That'll probably be there for a little bit.
Yeah.
After resting, it'll probably fade away. But yes. Aedan, do you want to make your other roll to convince her to start doubting her loyalty?
Absolutely. And this time I do want to kind of use manipulation.
Yeah.
That's one success.
What are you saying?
You know, just gonna point this out. Where I come from, people tend to be innocent until proven otherwise, and you're not giving them a chance to really explain their case. What if things are a bit more complicated than they initially seem?
I have to obey the queen. I have to.
What happens if you don't? You've never done it before.
Everybody who disobeys the queen is killed.
But you're her favorite, as you say. She wouldn't kill her favorite, would she?
Of course she would.
And maybe it's not worth being
I
around.
rest my.
Then maybe that's not the best person for you.
You really should swear your allegiance to someone who has no loyalty for you at all. Would just throw you like away like a fucking used toy. Crazy.
The doubts are coming in. There is images of something else before, but not a clear idea as to what it was. This vision of what things were before you served her.
What? Like what?
This vague impression that there was a before.
I
just ask again that you consider, before you draw any sort of blood or what have you, at least listen to them.
very well. I shall hear them out before I condemn them to their fate.
Give them a
And to
fair
take a
chance,
beat.
please.
Right. So, with the smoke still in the air, the environment looking more like the Australian bush. See the pictures I took. You find her. Well, not you don't find her, but you find where you're pretty certain she is. There's some. There's a copse of thorns sort of surrounding this bush. A bush of thorns surrounding this abandoned cottage. You might have to push through this sort of thick copse of thorns, but you see a few traces of like small trinkets, bits of jewelry that clearly show the signs of being made in your master's realm. This is where she.
These are what she has stolen.
Bet she didn't need it. You sure the person that we're hunting even stole from your patron at all?
These
This is
are
proof.
obviously made in her realm.
Yes,
There are
but
clear maker's mark.
if someone were to steal something, they would obviously want to keep it. They would need a good reason to throw it away.
She was carrying a lot of stuff. And probably did not want to let it slow her down over much.
Yeah.
But yes, the cottage. If she's not there, she was there in the past.
She's been here. The hunt continues.
Of course it does.
The hunt might be at an end. But yes, you go into the cottage.
Yes.
Pushing past the thorns. Connie, what do they take from you? What piece of your soul is taken by the thorns, and what form does it take?
Sorry, I was eating an apple. A pair of golden rings.
Very
The
similar to
memory,
Arin's.
the memory of my fiance.
Honestly, I think it should be a memory of the Durance, because you didn't have that memory till now.
My mask, then.
I like that, actually. As you're pulling through the thorns, your mask catches on a branch and just gets pulled straight off your face, leaving nothing but the raw bark underneath.
Raw wood.
Yeah, the raw wood underneath the bark. But yes. Aedan, do you need to go?
I do.
Is it okay if we proceed with this last scene for the others?
Yes.
I'm asking them as much as you.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah, that's the last thing I can do as well. I've got to get off soon.
I'm getting a little
Yeah.
tired myself.
Because I feel like it'd be nice to end the session with the group finally meeting.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
But yes, so Aiden, not Aiden, Arin. Aiden, feel free to head out if you need to. But for Arin, there are people outside of the cottage.
Alrighty. Good night, guys.
Good night. I have the crossbow at the ready.
Are you moving into position or just standing by like the door frame?
I'm gonna get partially behind cover and aim.
Connie. Are you approaching from the entrance?
I am.
She probably wasn't there while you were in the Queen's domain, but she shows clear signs of. Actually, Connie, describe yourself to her.
I'm I am 5'6", thin build but muscular, with medium sized breasts. My skin is dark green pine bark, and my eyes are resin yellow. There's my face is a lighter green of the wood underneath, with amber resin, or no, my eyes are vivid teal green, like light teal, and I'm a slight dripping of teal amber sap around the face. My hair is needly is uh is like pine needles uh that are silvery blue. And I have thorns all over my torso and my hands and fists. Well, all over, that are also silvery blue.
And Arin,
Do I recognize her?
I don't think she was there while you were active, so no. And besides, if she was sent by the Silver Mask Queen, she'd have a mask. But yes, but she could still be, somebody sent for you. But either way, Arin, do you want to describe yourself to her?
Similar in height, probably around 5'6" to 5'7", lithe, thin, very tight muscle build. As best you can tell, it's entirely porcelain, and with very mobile joints, and a gold mask on, and
You're still wearing it?
yes, I am, and large cracks.
Are there any parts where like the interior shows?
Yes, definitely. I'm not actually wearing much clothing per se, because considering I'm just a doll. I have some things on, but certain things are open. Chest is open to see a large crack across it. My right leg has been shattered numerous times, and it's been pieced together. Yeah, I have cracks in almost every surface.
The queen demands your death, but what happened to you?
Are you firing the crossbow?
As soon as they had mentioned that they are working for the Queen. I mean, as soon as they were walking in, I didn't see a mask. I was going to put it away, but as soon as they mentioned Queen again, I'm going to raise it up and point it, but I'm not going to fire yet. I just want to live.
What crime did you commit? I don't
I
understand.
lost her favor. I lost her favor. I was one of her favorite toys.
Hmm. Damn.
And what happened when you lost her favor?
She left me in a box. Broken. Damaged. I just want to live.
I understand. I'm gonna.
I tentatively start lowering the crossbow.
What were you saying, me?
Oh, I'm trying to think of what I want to say. So you were her favorite, and she abandoned you.
Yes.
That that couldn't happen to me.
She will find a new favorite. She did with me. I take off the mask and show the large crack across the faceplate.
I reach up to my mask to realize it's suddenly gone.
She doesn't like that. She doesn't like people removing their mask.
Oh no. It's gonna kill me. I can't return.
You could come with me.
I don't know. I've never been away from the Queen.
You weren't always with the Queen.
And the memories are
At least I
slowly
don't think
coming
so.
flooding back. As much as them as you want in character to come back. Or out of character.
It'll be a few of them, like my boxing career and New York and New York style pizza and
There is no New York style pizza in Arcadia. 0 out of 10.
Yeah, New York style pizza does hit different, I will say. New York style pizza from New York? Yep.
But either way, back to the game.
yeah. Could I do such a thing?
I left. What's to stop you?
I don't know who I am without the Queen.
We'll figure it out together.